Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Strange, issue number 1. It's a pretty good comic. I liked it. Just as a heads up, I've got an alarm that's about to go off in 4 minutes. This is the time that I have to do this review. I do not have other time to do this review. I like this. It's called Strange number 1. Let's talk about who made this comic book and move on from there. Jed MacKay is the writer, Marcelio Ferreira on pencils, Don Ho and with Robert Pogge doing inks. Java Tartaglia with Philip Sobrario, sorry, I'm butchering that, on colors, and VC's Corey Petit doing the letters. Cover by Bjorn Barends, and there's a whole lot of variant covers. For the most part, and Doctor Strange created by Steve Ditko and Stan Lee. Sorry, Ditko did most of the work on that, and Stan Lee admits it. This really was a beautiful comic book. I liked this. There were some questions about the writing, but it is what it is. Anyway, I like how we did the typical start where, hey, we start off with her going against this new character. So it gives us some inkling that, hey, this thing is going to happen. There's a brand new character here. Wow. Be amazed. And I am, for the most part, pretty good. Keep looking at my phone. Sorry. 3 more minutes. I liked this. We go back into the story. She's hanging out. Dr. Doom shows up and he demands the Eye of Agamotto and the Cloak of Levitation. I don't know why there's no mention of the Orb of Agamotto. She puts up an incantation, a spell, a ward to be able to tell if any kind of necromantic activity happens in the earth. The Orb of Agamotto would have done that, right? No mentions of the Orb. Whatever happened to that? I haven't been reading a whole lot of comic books, including Doctor Strange. Did the orb break? What is it? Was it taken back? Did something happen? I don't know. Somebody, you tell me. You fill me in. What happened? Anyway, not a huge fan of the way that Doctor Doom was used here. That's nothing new. For me, Roger Stern and Mike Mignola's Triumph and Torment, the Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom story, the ultimate version of Doctor Doom there. Nothing else, not even the stuff that Jack Kirby and Stan Lee did. All right, seriously, nothing will ever compare to that book. That is the Doctor Doom that I want to see in some way, shape, or form. Not some guy who's just getting upset over it. I didn't hate the way that he was used here, but again, it is what it is. Give me some Hickman Doctor Doom if you want to impress me, right? But hopefully we do see some more of him. Hopefully he's not just going to be some guy who's yelling at the top of his lungs all the time and threatening to do this, that, and the other thing, but whatever. I like Clea's new costume. I think it was disrespectfully weird, but what I think we've seen that with Doctor Strange also, that she's naked under the Cloak of Levitation. It's cheap sex, and heck, when I was a kid, when I was 13 reading comic books, this would have been like, yes, me, likey this. I'm doing the hand reason, for a reason. It's not me shuffling dice. There's the alarm. Time to make bacon and eggs. Anyway, yeah, this is what it is. It was pretty good. I'm interested in seeing all the new characters that are going to show up at the end of this comic book. That character who is returning. While my hand is up, there's going to be a spoiler. When I put my hand down, it's over. So get ready to skip over this or mute it. It'll only be a couple of seconds. The character that they return is Thunderstrike. That's Eric Masterson. You can see the vest. You can see the gauntlets. You can see the pants. You can see the belt. You can see the hair. Wow, that's Eric Masterson Thunderstrike. Holy crap. This could be really good. Jed MacKay. Hells yes. That being said, the story and the plot and the character and everything that was on here was really good. I like the way that Clea was used in this. Almost like the way that Wong was used. I can't lose another Strange. She's not a Strange. Shut up. Stop with that nonsense. Just stop. Wong has had a relationship with Clea for such a long time that it doesn't have to be one of these things, literally relationships, where it doesn't have to be something where he's just like, yeah, like, you're the next thing. I lost Strange. I can't lose you now because you're replacing him. No, he knows who Clea is, for Christ's sake. Back when Ditko created her, for crying out loud. Like, he knows her. So come on. But that being said, there was the thing that bothered me the most about this was the really bad word use. How many times are we going to keep? Just look at the bizarre scene alone, right? The scene where they were in the little bazaar, right? And they were talking and just very superfluous conversations. They meant nothing in there, meant anything. Besides the fact that Clea becomes friends with an illegal arms trader. He's using all these Dungeons and Dragons terms, sword of dancing, a sword of vorpaling, right? And just why not say a longsword +2, a holy avenger? Why not just say stuff like that? Come on, Jed McKay, you know Jim Zub. You guys go play D&D in your own time, you know? But on top of that, it's the idea that like it was fun, it was cute. But it's the idea that he's talking about no serial numbers. Jesus Christ, this is a freaking gun show that you're talking about. This is a gun show where they're illegally selling guns. This is one of the controversial ones where there's no accountability whatsoever. So, a gun just shows up out of nowhere. This is stuff that lands in the hands of freaking crime syndicates and gangsters. You know what I'm saying? That's what this guy is. And she's all sorts of upset because the guy got shot in the head. Hello, that's called just desserts. That's called karma. She's gonna be, no! This illegal arms trader dwarf was my friend! I added the last part in, but geez, and you just met this guy. Oh my God, that was painful. That was painful to read. But even just the constant reuse of words. I counted how many times warlord was used in this. 3 times. Stephen King criticized Stephanie Meyer in her Twilight book, just the first one, because she used the word ostentatious 4 times. In a novel. It's that thick. You use the word ostentatious 4 times. The word warlord was used in this book 3 times. It's a comic book. It's 22 pages. And it's not even like it was the name of somebody or the title of this particular one person that we're talking about, whatever. No, they used it for 3 different things. My mother was a warlord. This person is a warlord. I am a warlord. Maybe if they would have titled this comic book Warlord Strange, that could have been interesting. But it wasn't just that. Again, look at the bazaar scene, right? Where they're at the little festival thing, the whole Harry Potter thing. I really like the expert. That's the thing about it. Very imaginative on Jed McKay's part. The guy's a fantastic, storyteller. But his writing on this, just the use of too many words, even using the word this too many times in a, 3 times I think it was used in 2 word bubbles. It's too much, dude. If you do not own a thesaurus, by all means, please right-click on the word and then go over to synonyms, right? Just way too much reuse of the same words, multiple. Isn't that annoying? Yes, it is. Stop doing it, Jed McKay. Stop doing it. This was a really good story, but the actual writing on this, sometimes it got really tedious reading that. In fact, really was overused in here. Really, in that bizarre scene. You could tell the stuff that's just filler, where he's just, I need to write this stuff in really quick. So he's just using absolutely pointless jibber jabber, right? Anyway, if that were taken out, and if the whole bazaar scene for the most part were taken out, right, or just reworked, really thought of, it was a good idea. Horrible, terrible execution, specifically in the word choice. But being so upset over an illegal arms trader, a gun dealer at a gun show where you don't even really need to show ID, you just need to have money. This is not the kind of stuff that I want to see the Sorcerer Supreme doing. I like the idea that she's basically like the Elektra in the Doctor Strange universe. She is to Doctor Strange what Elektra is to Daredevil. I'm cool with it, and it's a chick too, so a little bit tropey, but I can see it, and I'm good with it. Clea first started off with being very meek, which also wasn't very cool, but it is what it is. She eventually grew into her own and a very powerful character, and I like that, over time through the history of comics since the 60s. I think she was created in 1968. Am I wrong? Anyway, something along those lines. But yeah, I like the way that she was used in this. Very interested in seeing who the Harvester is, seeing everything that's about to happen in this. I am curious to see how Doctor Doom is going to be used in this going forward, but pay a little bit more attention to the rush. Don't do rushed dialogue. Please don't, because it was terrible in this. It was so bad. Shades of modern day Bendis and Bendis speak showed up in my mind. Anyway, for the most part, good comic book, definitely worth picking up. I've got to read issue 2. Will I do a review on it? Maybe, but I've got to read issue 2, right? Really good stuff. Just tweaks. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Like the video, watch an ad. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.